You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
Faith, freedom, and the best music of the 80s and 90s. You are listening to Sunny 93.3. It's time now for the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with a really happy Dan Farris. How you doing, Dan?
I'm ecstatic.
Dan's going to start a podcast.
Apparently anyone can do it.
Can I be a guest on your podcast?
Who knew?
All you need is a guest.
You know you'll be looking for guests anyway.
All you need is a guest. That's so true. Yeah, it's in the making. Hopefully Santa will put a podcast in my stocking.
Awesome.
Great little station business. First, want to warmly welcome one of our new advertising partners, Steinberg's Furniture.
Yeah, absolutely.
West 12. And again, and I think I've mentioned this before, we're kind of unusual in the fact that we, for the most part, work with people that we've actually worked with in like real life.
Yeah.
Right.
Do business with them, and they do business with us.
Yeah, Dan and Diane Steinberg going on their 15th year business right now on West 12. Fantastic. I actually, I was a customer of Dan's 5 years ago when I bought my last house.
Nice.
And this was crazy. I needed a big
They
area.
sell houses too?
They don't.
Oh.
But I needed a big area rug for my living room. And I literally bounced to every furniture store, every outlet in this town. And then a friend of mine said, have you tried Steinberg's? I said, I haven't yet. And I rolled in. And what I was looking for, and Dan just started laying out rugs going, what do you think of this? Think of this. I got it down to 2. And I couldn't decide between the 2. Now, keep in mind at this point, he didn't know me. I am a brand new customer of his. And here's these 2 rugs. And he says, tell you what, is that your SUV? I said, yeah. He said, I'm going to roll them up, just take them home, lay them both out, and pick the one you like. And he let me walk out with those rugs.
Wow.
I didn't leave any jewelry behind, a driver's license, nothing.
Nothing?
But I will never forget that. It was amazing. And that's how I made my choice. And so.
And that's, Dan stole those rugs and sold them for a profit.
So I got like 2 free rugs 5 years ago from Steinberg's.
Had to go in with an assumed name and a fake mustache.
And you can do the same. But right now, and if you've never been in there, and I'm sure you've driven by because it's been on West 12 for 15 years, you have to go in. He literally has thousands of rugs, not just a couple dozen. It's thousands.
That's amazing.
And they're all priced 25 to 75% off right now to celebrate their 15 years. Also great deals on beautiful leather furniture, log furniture.
It's a cool place.
Paintings, prints, wall art. It's really, really pretty neat. So
real deal.
Yeah, glad to be working with Steinberg's. And there you go. Now you know. A little piece of history here. We're going back to 1791.
We were all just kids.
We were tykes.
Stole Dan's line.
Britain's Observer, the oldest Sunday newspaper in the world, was first published.
Really?
Yep.
Are they still printing that?
They are. The British Observer is still alive since 1791, but it was Sunday edition, so it was just mostly ads, but still.
I think we need to start our own paper.
Yeah, those are going over really well these days, John.
Yep. At all.
There's a good idea.
All right. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris on Sunny.
Before you know it, Christmas will be here. Are you ready? If you plan to use a credit card while shopping, make sure you have the very best credit card for you. It's free to click around and see what we can do for you at bettercreditcards.net. We have options from many different banks and different credit card companies who put out their best offers to earn your business. See if we can help you get a better credit card at bettercreditcards.net. Bettercreditcards.net. That's bettercreditcards.net.
Faith, freedom, and the best music of the 80s and 90s. You are listening to Sunny 93.3. It's time right now for Ranger Dan's Critter Corner.
Well, I'm rough, tough, and ready. I'm a heck of a man. Eat my beans and weenies from a frying pan.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves to wrestle bears and lasso ducks. Run over possums in my government truck.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves all the campers and the animals, too. If you're picking on critters, I'm coming after you.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir. I'm Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger
Good
Dan.
morning, Ranger
Oh,
Dan.
Heidi and John, all radio rangers at home. Lovely little chillin' gather around the radio, getting a little critter knowledge dropped on. And we're talking about reindeer because it is the season. Reindeer pull Santa's sleigh. That's how all those toys ended up under the tree, right? Talking about reindeer, we now know that both male and female reindeer have antlers.
Yeah, you told us that. Yeah, that's
We also know that reindeer are the most nomadic of the land animals ever and can travel up to 3,000 miles in any given year.
Wow.
Hey.
Pretty crazy. But did you know when a little baby reindeer is born, they're the only member of the deer family, caribou, elk, moose, deer, what have you. The little ones are born without spots.
Oh, no kidding.
I didn't know that.
That is a true story. And also the little ones, within 24 hours, are up and around and can outrun a grown man.
No kidding.
Really?
It's a true story. Let's dip into the mailbag real quick. You got a little correspondence from one of my little radio rangers. Always an exciting time on Ranger Dan's Critter Corner.
Critter correspondence. Always fun.
Dear Ranger Dan, love, 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 love your show.
Nice.
Heard about your special the other day about now you're offering just in time for Christmas some specials on Ranger Dan gift cards. Well, I looked into purchasing a couple gift cards late last night, and I did a little bit of math and really didn't find any savings. For instance, your special offers on, say, purchasing $100 in cards and getting an additional $50 for just an additional $75 is actually $25 more than what $150 in gift cards would normally cost.
Math.
Again, love the show, but a little bit confused.
Huh.
Signed, Radio Ranger Chang Lee Wang Lindquist. You know Chang Lee Wang, it's... When Ranger Dan says special offer, special is really quite a subjective phrase, isn't it? Seems to me that is pretty darn special, regardless of how you look at it. And I think there's some life lessons to be learned here, children. Now, in reading this and giving the name Chang Lee Wang and then getting into numbers and whatnot, you never want to assume anything about a person's identity till you get to know them. You also don't want to stereotype. You do not want to profile, and you certainly don't want to do a grand generalization, even though it saves a lot of time. Now, you probably assume that Chang Lee Wang is Asian, and Asians are good at math, right? Well, possibly, but did you also know that Asians tend to be pretty good at physics, engineering, medicine, and the culinary arts?
Nice.
It's important this time of year, children, when you meet somebody, if they're maybe from a different country, a different walk of life, get to know that individual. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised that you have a heck of a lot in common, and you'll probably end up in a great relationship and, well, like them well enough to pick up a Ranger Dan gift card just in time for Christmas. Available on Amazon Prime, Northview Bait and Tackle on North Kiwanis, and now at the Log Cabin Bar on West Burnside. Hey, you what, Chang Lee Wang? Appreciate you tuning in. You have yourself a Merry Christmas too there, buddy. As if Ranger Dan, hey, little Ranger, you know the drill. Go to church, say your prayer, stay in school, eat your vegetables, don't be playing soccer. Don't let me catch you wearing Crocs, Ranger Dan. Out? Yes, sir.
Ranger Dan's Critter Corner. I'm not sure
Thanks
why.
for stopping in, Ranger
Right here
Dan.
on Sunny 93.3.
If you have a drug problem, don't let it ruin your life. You can be in treatment as soon as tomorrow, and you can start to get clean in as little as 7 days. Take the first step to get drugs out of your life at timeforrehab.com. Your insurance may cover everything, so you really have nothing to lose. Timeforrehab.com. Start your new life. You deserve it. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Faith, freedom, and the best music of the 80s and 90s. You are listening to Sunny 93.3. It's time right now for Water Cooler Talk, brought to you by Aqua One. Mr. Dan Farris in the studio here with us. Dan, what do you got for news today?
Well, we're going to talk about the holidays, and we're going to talk about getting lit, man. We're going to talk about, having a little too much juice, the old John Barleycorn, getting liquored up and getting yourselves in bad situations. Got a couple of little stories here. Police investigating after they say a drunk driver struck a pedestrian in downtown Sioux Falls. This happened, over the weekend, Saturday night, actually.
Yikes.
Authorities say accident happened around 11:15 near East 9th Street and Phillips Avenue, which is the main intersection right downtown there. They say a pedestrian was struck by an inebriated driver. Vehicle jumped up onto the sidewalk, bam, DWI, arrest, reckless driving, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Keep in mind this is downtown Sioux Falls. I believe the speed limit is 15.
Yeah,
It's 15
or
down
20 or
Phillips
something
Avenue.
like that.
So some effort had to be made in pulling this whole thing off. And when I read the story, just as I know it, I'm going, oh, slow pedestrian. You could have just moved.
Are they okay?
I have no idea, John.
I hope so before we're making fun.
Hope so.
You know, I'm an investigative reporter. I never said I was a good investigative reporter. Which brings me to this story. Now, this happened a couple nights ago, and you may be aware of this. It took place in Harrisburg. Lincoln County authorities arrested a 24-year-old woman after they say she drunkenly drove through several yards, damaged property. Yeah. Lincoln County Sheriff's Office says the suspect drove through several yards in northeast Harrisburg, impacting roughly 14 city blocks. That's most of Harrisburg. Yeah. Authorities say the suspect drove over sidewalks, over snowbanks, through construction areas, through a Christmas display, over a set of mailboxes. Authorities were able to locate the suspect's bumper and license plate. Oh. At this point, there's just parts falling off the vehicle.
Yeah.
24-year-old Harrisburg woman charged with DUI, reckless driving, intentional damage to property, other charges as well. Okay. Quite a joyride. To me, if I'm that individual, which I'm not, thank goodness.
Yeah, thank goodness.
But when I'm finally pulled over, out, I'm getting out of the car, and I'm putting my hands up, and I go,
yeah.
Ta-da!
Yeah.
Yeah.
You caught me.
Because that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Sounds like they had, hey, here's the thing. I'm not judgmental because I'm not.
No.
But you crack a phone book. It starts with AA, babies. And it's free.
Isn't there another? Oh, that is AA.
She probably needs the AAA as well because her car's trash.
You know, anything starting with A, probably a good move at this point.
In my mind, I was thinking there were more A's, but it is.
You got your AA, you got your AAA, you got your aerobics. Got your amends, you got your apples. Anderson's Collision Center.
Anderson's Collision Center.
So there you go. If you got that monkey on your back, just start with the A's. You don't need to go any further.
Give yourself and your family and all your loved ones a gift this holiday season and get the help you need. If you're doing stuff like that, that's bad. That's a bad deal.
Yeah, and the best day of all, amen.
Yes. There you go. Good job,
That's right.
Dan.
Hey, thanks, everybody. I try.
You did good. Give that boy a treat. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour. If you would like to maybe have some ideas for some non-alcoholic beverages, we're going to chat in just a moment about an event coming up this Friday where you're going to watch somebody win $1,000 and you'll get all kinds of cool mocktails from the Mocktails Mixoff. It's coming up this week. More details in a bit.
The average household has thousands of dollars in credit card debt. If you find yourself in that position and you're making minimum payments, you could be in debt for a long time. Make sure you have the very best card with the very best rates at bettercreditcards.net. We work with different banks and different credit card companies who put out their best offers to earn your business. See if we can help you get a better credit card at bettercreditcards.net, bettercreditcards.net. That's bettercreditcards.net.
Faith, freedom, and the best music of the 80s and 90s. You are listening to Sunny 93.3. If you get a chance, join us on Friday. I'm looking at the details here. This Friday. Holy cow, it's here already. 5th annual Mocktails Mixoff event. It's at Cafea on Louise Avenue, and there's 10 people that will be competing to win $1,000. How cool would that be?
Wow, you know what?
I could use $1,000.
Those odds are pretty good, actually.
Yeah, so they've got it narrowed down to the top 10.
Nice.
Those 10, there's actually 3 winners out of those 10.
Oh, okay.
So one person is going to win $1,000. Second place will win $350, and third place will win $150. So there's a $1,500 total that's being put out for
pretty nice.
Prize money this Friday. Now, we talked about this leading up to this. It's too late to submit a recipe, but be listening for details on how you can do it next year. If you would like to join us, and then you can help choose a winner, because there's a people's choice, and then there's some judges that'll do some judging. Come out and join us. And the cool thing is you'll get a bunch of free drinks that are non-alcoholic drinks, and you get to taste them all and see if you like them. And then you'll get the recipes if you do like them.
Oh, some of this stuff is really, really clever. I was going over last year's winners and entries and whatnot. It's like, you're kidding. You mix that together and that together. It sounds amazing.
Yeah, and there's some good stuff. I've tried all of them. This is the 5th year, so I've tried them all, and they're all darn good. Join us on Friday. All of the details at MocktailsMixoff.com. And Dan, you've got a winner right now, is that right?
I do, yes. Compliments of Eileen and the team over at Southeastern Hair Design and Day Spa. $20 gift card because we're just in Santa mode around here.
Yeah.
It's giving stuff away. Congratulations to Tori Baker of Sioux Falls.
Yay.
Woo!
And primo time to win that bad boy, too, because
Absolutely.
right now at Southeastern Hair Design, 15% off all products.
Okay.
And we're not talking just some overstock stuff. We're talking every product in that shop is on sale, including Bare
Beautiful
Minerals
place.
makeup, which I
which is
swear by.
amazing.
You can't even tell I'm wearing it.
You look good. You look really good.
Joico, I mean, just the whole list. Also, special savings on massage and specialty facials, too. So,
Are you the spokesperson for that?
I could be. I could be. In this day and age when I can self-identify however I want.
Yes, you can.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I can't pull it off because I will.
Congratulations, Tori. Thank you so much for listening. And if you'd like to register, we'll be giving away more prizes. You can do that now if you click the Win Awesome Prizes button at sunnyradio.com.
If you can't have a drink without it leading to another drink and another drink, maybe it's time to get help. There are programs designed to help take alcohol out of your life for good at timeforrehab.com. Don't let a drinking problem spill over into other areas of your life. Get help to quit drinking and start living the life you truly deserve at timeforrehab.com. Your insurance may cover everything. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Faith, freedom, and the best music of the 80s and 90s. You are listening to Sunny 93.3. It's time right now for entertainment news of the day with Mr. Dan Farris.
Because celebrities are fabulous. They take my breath away. Yeah,
I didn't think he was going to hit the notes.
There's some hubbubbery. There's a skirmish. There's just things going on at Netflix in the past week or so. And there's a good reason why, because it's probably more than just these people have had questions about it. Big fan of Netflix dialed in on December 1st to watch what apparently is his very, very favorite Christmas movie ever, the Jim Carrey version of The Grinch.
Yeah.
And came to find out in short order that has been discontinued on Netflix. Can't get it anymore. And so he posted it on, one of the social media sites, Twitter, whatever. And then a lot of other people started chiming and going like, I know, right? Like last month it was on here and now it's not on here when we really want to watch it. I gathered kids around to watch it. Now we can't watch it. What's up with Netflix? Blah, 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 blah. And everybody's like, big deal. You got nothing better to do with your life, man? I don't know. You got some other choices. Figure it out, dudes.
Who posted it?
Some guy named Taylor Mason.
Okay.
Anyway, here's what you need to understand. I may have come a little unglued there.
You kind of
A little
did.
bit.
What I did. We're
Do you
gonna
own Netflix, Dan? What's
No,
going
but
on?
if I did, I'd be adjusting my meds right now, but I don't have to. For instance, Cameron Smith pipes in on this. Hey, Netflix, how come you guys have taken the Grinch off Netflix down like it was there just yesterday? And I don't think the Grinch stole Christmas. I think like you guys have.
Oh, well,
Netflix.
boom, throwing some shade.
Drop the mic.
Yeah. According to my friend Georgie here, how is it that I pay for 5 different streaming services and not one of them has The Grinch available in December? Huh?
Wow.
Netflix Help Center explained because I know how to drill down and get answers where most people don't, man, because this is my beat.
So you checked into this.
Netflix, like any other provider of entertainment content, I don't care if it's a television network, I don't care if it's cable, blah, 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 streaming, whatever, there are licenses involved to all that programming.
Oh, yeah.
Netflix licenses TV shows and movies from studios and content providers around the world, and those licenses can expire because none of them are forever.
Right.
You can license things out annually, biannually, 5 years, 10 years, whatever. But when that stuff's up, if the deal ain't congruent to what's going on, they will let it lapse and drop it. Maybe they'll pick it up again down the line. We know how it works because it's really kind of the same with music too.
Yeah.
You need different licensing for it. You pay fees for it, etc. So that's the explanation. The Grinch came due, and the brass at Netflix said, you know what, not worth it right now. We got plenty of other programming. Let's move on. So that's what happened. It wasn't an affront to you guys who tuned it in. Hey, man, Hallmark's free, baby. You want the best in Christmas programming. And you can normally get it starting in June.
Well, it's not quite free. You got to pay for cable, but
And worth every dime.
I'm trying to line up an interview with somebody from a Hallmark show. I'm not going to say who it is.
We're mentioning that. That'd be big time, man.
I don't want to
Huge.
spoil it.
That'd be big time.
I'm so excited. I hope it all comes true. Dan, thank you very much, man.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it a ton. It's our entertainment news of the day with Mr. Dan Farris right here on Sunny 93.3.